Hello everyone, thank you for joining me for something a little bit different. Today I'll be making a journal spread for the 2023 Halloween Journal Challenge by Kia Creates, and I'm so excited to be a part of it. So Kia, if you're watching, thanks for asking me. The timing of this was perfect for me because I just started putting together a Halloween junk journal, as you can see on the screen now. While we watch me put that together and pick a spread, let me tell you a bit about the challenge. Kia put together a list of prompts for every day of October, and a different creator is making something for each day. And there's a very diverse group of people doing this. They're all amazing, so have a look at the list below if you haven't yet. The prompt I chose for myself is Haunted Coffee House, and I'm so glad that I did. It's such a fun prompt to work with, and I hope I can inspire you to create something too. Started this by gathering a lot of ghost and cafe themed stickers that I could use. I'll only be using 2 of them in the end, as well as this photo of a door. I didn't have that much of a vision for this at the start, but I knew I wanted to have the door in it, so I cut that out first and went from there. This ghost holding a drink seemed like a natural fit too, and that's one of my own stickers I made this year. Aside from the sticker, I kept things simple behind the door because I assumed I'd be making the rest of the spread quite busy, which I was right about. You'll see. So back there I'm just adding a nice spider web. This is the part of the process where I made it way more time consuming than it needed to be, because I got to thinking, wouldn't it be cute if I had a pattern paper that fit the theme? And I decided that yes, it would be very cute indeed, so I made one. I do think it was worth the effort, and it's, a different kind of way of doing things, because normally I would gather papers and sort of make them work. But for this, I found a piece of paper that had the perfect color, and then I added a pattern out of little doodles that all fit the theme perfectly, and it's just a really fun way to add to this. I am going to tear this into little pieces later to make the collage out of, and that was a little difficult. Here my project went into a completely different direction than I had expected it to, because I had all those stickers and I thought I was mostly going to make a collage out of them, but I was flipping through my sketchbook and I found a list of Halloween themed drink names that I'm hoping to make a set of drawings from in the future. And I thought a menu board would actually be so cool for this spread, so I expanded my drink name list a bit to make this. I couldn't film the writing part of this because the AC in my workspace was upsetting my paint markers, but here it is. You can now see me trying to give this more of a fall feel by adding red leaves instead of the green ones. I got a bit worried here because it immediately started warping quite a bit, but great news, it flattened back down as it dried. So, as past Marcie paints this, I can tell you a little bit about fall traditions in my country. I live in the Netherlands, and only a few people celebrate Halloween here. We do, of course, but there is a holiday we have basically instead of that, and it's lovely in its own way. It's called Sint Maarten, or Saint Martin in English. It's on November 11th, and it's sort of a blend of trick-or-treating and caroling. Kids will go door to door with lanterns, usually handmade ones, and sing songs in exchange for treats. I've always wished there was a bit of a spooky aspect to it, or maybe some costumes, but it's still, a lot of good memories. I do wish though that Halloween would become more popular around here, because I've always loved it. Growing up, I was that kid that would watch Goosebumps and Are You Afraid of the Dark and The Nightmare Before Christmas, and I would always be a little bit sad that that kind of stuff just wasn't around. Although what we do have is very good pumpkins. This is a great climate for pumpkins, so we can at least do a very good jack-o'-lantern every year. If you have different fall traditions where you live, I'd love to hear about that. I'm very curious. Alright, time to glue stuff down. This is where I had to tear up that cute pattern from before, which felt a little scary. I do like how it ended up looking though, and I think I'll do something like this again for future spreads. I think it was really starting to come together at this point. I just realized though that there is another part of this that I forgot to show you, and that's me adding the marker. I thought the photo of the door looked a bit too summery, so I went over all the wood bits with a pale purple marker, and now it feels a bit spookier and it goes with the menu board. Since the first time I thought of trying that, I've been doing that a lot, because collage papers very often don't really match, but just go over everything with a pale color of marker and they'll just instantly fit together better. I'll be adding one more larger element to make this feel cozier and pull the spread together, and it is string lights. And I love string lights. We have them in almost every room in the house, and they frequently show up in my art as well. If you ever want to make something look soothing and magical, either in life or in your artwork, then add some string lights. It works every time. And by the way, if you're wondering what I've been painting all this with, it's all acrylic gouache in different brands. I love that stuff because it's permanent, but it's also matte. Although I'm drawing these lights with my Molotov markers, which are my favorite paint markers. I know everybody really loves Posca pens, but for me, those are constantly breaking and just not working. And these particular markers are more expensive, but they've never failed me. This part was very satisfying for me to do because it was starting to get the vibe I was going for, and I felt quite happy with it. The final thing I added to this was another one of my own stickers, and it's a pumpkin spice latte one. It seemed fitting. And with that, it's all done. What do you think? This is not at all what I planned on making, but I had a great time and I think it's pretty cute. I hope this will inspire you to do some art journaling of your own. If you enjoyed this, then check out the rest of the videos people made for this challenge. It's an awesome prompt list and it's awesome creators, so you really can't go wrong. I, for one, am very excited to see all of these. And if you want to see more of what I do, then you can also find me on Instagram and Patreon. All this information is below in the description. Thank you for watching and happy fall!